There are moments in life when you feel, deep down in your soul, that something is about to happen, but you can't quite understand what it is. It's like a feeling that unsettles you, an energy in the air that is not visible, but is right there, around you. Have you ever experienced this? That hunch that change is about to come, but you don't know from where. What if I told you that this feeling is not just a coincidence? Perhaps you've received a sign, a message, a warning, and although it was subtle, it could be the turning point in your life. A sign so small, but so important, that if you don't pay attention, you might miss it. Now, imagine this sign is right in front of you. You may not have noticed it, but it's there, waiting to be recognized. It's calling you, asking you to stop for a moment and reflect. Will you ignore it, or will you act and realize that it is the key to a profound transformation in your life? What you do from now on could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Because, believe me, what is about to be revealed to you may be more significant than you imagine. Are you ready to listen? Are you ready to act? The future you desire, that future you dream of, that you long for, is not distant, but is waiting for your decision now. The truth is, you've just received a very important sign, and it should not be ignored. What you do with it is what will determine your next step. What you're feeling right now is not by chance. Maybe you're going through a moment of great uncertainty, a point where it seems like things never align the way you expect. There is something in your life that seems blocked, as if an invisible force is constantly keeping you from achieving what you desire most. Maybe you've been working tirelessly, striving, doing everything that's necessary, but still, the goal seems always far away, as if it's just one step away, but never within reach. Have you ever felt like this? Almost there, but never quite there. This constant frustration, this feeling of being close but never reaching, is not just a coincidence. It's not something you're merely imagining. It could be that you don't see it yet, but there is something bigger, something invisible, that is influencing your decisions, the paths you choose, the directions you take. Something is in control of your trajectory, even though you don't know what it is. Perhaps you've gotten used to this feeling. The feeling that something is missing. As if you're on the verge of a big change, but always encountering an invisible obstacle that keeps you from moving forward. Have you ever felt stuck in a place where you can't take that decisive step? As if you're facing an invisible wall, one that rises every time you try to move towards your destiny. This obstacle is not going to disappear on its own. It won't dissipate just with the passage of time. On the contrary, it will continue to be there, becoming stronger and stronger, if you don't pay attention and act. What you're experiencing now is a challenge, a sign that there is something that needs to be seen, something that needs to be understood. You need to realize what is happening, what's behind this barrier, and recognize the signal being given. Because if you keep ignoring it, if you keep letting these signs pass by, it may be too late. Life will keep challenging you until you decide to act. But what if I told you that you're not alone in this journey? No, you are not fighting against this obstacle without support, without resources to help you overcome it. There is something much bigger working alongside you, something that has been with you all along, just waiting for you to realize it. There is a force, an invisible presence, that has been with you, silently guiding your steps, protecting you, even when you don't notice it. You feel it, don't you? That intuition that arises in moments of great need, that feeling that something, or someone, is watching over you, supporting you. You know when, deep down, you know what the right decision is to make, but hesitate out of fear or doubt. That presence has always been by your side, like a silent guide, just waiting for you to decide to trust it. In moments of difficulty, when you thought there was no way out, this force was there. When you were ready to give up, it appeared as a spark of hope, a sudden intuition, or a simple thought that made you see things differently. It has always been around you, even when you couldn't recognize it, but you feel that something is there, something that wants to help you overcome the challenges. This presence has manifested in small and subtle ways, waiting for the moment when you'll decide to look at it, believe in it, and act on that feeling. Have you ever been in situations where a small inner voice told you to keep going, even when everything seemed lost? This is the moment when this force reveals itself, but for it to manifest fully in your life, you need to recognize the sign and consciously decide to take the next step. Now is the time to trust in this energy, this presence that has been tirelessly working by your side. You just need to open your eyes, recognize the sign, and act. But here's the point, the more you ignore this sign, the more the tension grows. What once seemed distant, vague, and nebulous, is now becoming real, closer, and more intense. The weight of this decision begins to manifest in ways you can no longer ignore. You feel it, right? The pressure is mounting, and you know you're about to reach a point of no return. Each day that passes, the sense that something is at stake grows stronger, more inescapable. You realize there's something there, something challenging you, something that demands a choice, but still, you hesitate. This is the decisive moment, and the urgency begins to weigh down on you, palpable like a weight on your shoulders, a knot in your stomach. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Imagine there's an invisible wall in front of you. You feel it there, impenetrable, blocking your way. It's not something physical, something you can see, but it's a barrier between you and what you desire most. You know it's there, you feel its presence, but the feeling of powerlessness takes over. How do you cross something you can't see, but you know is there, preventing your progress? The sense of frustration is real, and you start questioning, is there really a way to get past this? But you know this wall won't disappear on its own. The protective force, that presence that has been by your side, won't just make the wall disappear. No, it can't do that for you. It has helped you this far, but now, what you need to do is take the step that will allow it to fully manifest. It's waiting for your decision. What will you choose to do now? You can continue hesitating, hoping the wall will magically vanish, or you can decide to cross it. The choice is in your hands, and the urgency is real, the wall is there, and the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to overcome. You're on the brink of something transformative, something that could change your life forever. But for that to happen, you need to believe that you can cross this barrier. You need to trust yourself, in your strength, and, more importantly, in the force that has been working by your side all along. The moment has come. You can no longer run from this. The choice before you now is not just any decision, it's the key that can completely change the course of your life. You have the power to transform everything, but for that, you need to make a choice. You can keep ignoring the signs, staying in the safe zone of comfort, waiting for things to resolve themselves, as if time could bring the solution without you needing to act. Or, you can finally decide to embrace what's being offered, recognize the sign before you, and do something that will truly change your story irreversibly. The pressure is increasing. The urgency is real. You feel it, don't you? The sense that time is moving faster than you'd like, and that the window of opportunity is closing. But the great truth is that the power to decide is in your hands. The choice you make now will shape everything that comes after. There's no more room for waiting for another chance, another opportunity. This is the moment when you need to decide whether you will take the necessary step to move forward or leave everything as it is, hoping that one day things will improve on their own. You know that won't happen. Time won't wait for you, and the future you want will only be possible if you make a decision now. Don't delay any longer. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. True change requires courage. The courage to act when everything seems uncertain, the courage to take the step even when fear tries to paralyze you. The critical decision is here, before you, and it will define everything that comes next. Your story is waiting for this choice. Make it with conviction, knowing that by deciding to act, you are embracing the transformation that has always been within your reach. The future you desire is on the other side of this decision. The good news, and perhaps the most important, is that you are not alone in this process. That force, that presence that has been by your side all along, silent and patient, is waiting for your action. It won't force you, it won't act for you, but it's ready to support you, to guide you in the right direction, as soon as you make the decision to take that step. No matter how difficult it seems now, or how many doubts you still have, the fact is that the future you desire is not far away, it's waiting for your decision, right now. It's waiting for you to believe in your power of transformation, for you to realize that you have the ability to go beyond any limit you have imposed on yourself. You hold in your hands the key to transform your life and achieve everything you thought was impossible. And the only thing you need to do is take that step, recognize the sign, and act. When you do that, when you decide to move, the universe, or any force you believe guides you, will respond in ways you can't predict, but that will make all the difference. It won't be a magical response, but a real, tangible change. Doors will begin to open, paths will emerge, and you'll be amazed at how quickly things begin to happen. Remember, the sign has been there all along, just waiting for you to notice. And now, it's your turn to act. Don't ignore what's in front of you. Don't let this opportunity slip by, because what you need to take the next step is within your reach, by your side, waiting for your decision. It all starts with your action, with the courage to take the first step. You have everything within you to transform your life. The power is in your hands, and the time to act is now.